Hello, of the Super Metroid Randomizer Speedgaming Live Online 2023 Qualifier Series. This is Qualifier 5 of 8 here at 10 a.m. in the morning Eastern, and my name's MM2NES Cartridge, and I'm joined in the commentary booth by Zeb316. Zeb, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing, M2?
I'm doing excellent. This is, once again, this is a great set of settings for a tournament. I'm very excited to see how this goes, and we've got a stellar field of runners for this morning's qualifier. We've got on your restream, on your left, we've got Slutters27, and on your right, we've got Kip. So I'm very excited to see how this turns out.
Yeah, for sure. And we first see Slaughters has that interesting ship. I like it.
Yeah, I believe it's a Glaceon. And then Kip
Mm-hmm.
rocking the recolor Samus. I'm always
Yep.
a fan of the recolors Kip brings. And um, I don't know what it is this time. I think it's probably something new for this tournament, but it looks great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see what it's going to be. And of course, you see the lack of Moonfall on Sloters' side.
Yep, that means that she just has no chance anymore.
Yep.
If you don't Moonfall, you're basically washed at this point. Like, it's not... You just can't compete anymore. But...
Yeah, I think we all know that we're going to add a new clause to the rules today that says if you don't turn on Moonfall in all of your qualifier races, then you're going to be disqualified from entering the tournament, and you just won't be able to compete. So
Yeah, but only if you're ahead of me. Otherwise, I think it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. I think that's fine. But yeah, back to serious business. E-Tank at Morph Pedestal, and then Morph Ball on the ceiling. Pretty standard start. Kip having a bit of shambles. Slutter's also having a bit of shambles.
I mean,
Morph, though.
With an E-Tank, it makes it a little better, especially in area rando. If you miss this and you don't have the E-Tank, it can be pretty sketchy, because you're like going into the side hoppers and probably in one hit KO range, but with the E-Tank, it's not too bad.
Yeah, with the E-Tank, you're probably going to be fine. But yeah, Kip getting the backup. Slutter's just a little bit ahead now. You see power bumps at Beta Missile, so time for Kip to put his money where his mouth is and go to Billy Mays. I'm kidding.
Yeah, Kip, famous Billy Mays lover.
Yep, for sure. But Missile at Alpha Missile, so now the runners have the quote-unquote choice of doing Billy Mays or doing the portal. And at this point, the meta is everybody just does the portal because the portal is so valuable.
I think the real decision is portal versus elevator, and the real decision is just portal. Like, you're not doing anything else, so...
Yeah, exactly. Like, sometimes you could, like, make a call to not do a portal and just go back up the elevator instead, but we'll just see what it is. And it's Green Brent. Nice.
One of the best things you could find there.
Yeah, Green Brent kind of, it can be sometimes evasive to find, so it's nice to just find it early. You don't have to worry about Green Brent showing up late.
Yep. And one thing that you'll notice with these runners is they're coming down here to check this portal. I think that this is really important. This is like a really easy portal to abandon if you don't get it now. And if it's something like Kraid or Torian or Croc, or even something like the back of Wreck Ship, front of Lore Warfare, something like that, somewhere that you don't want to check later, it can be enormous to get that information and criteria here. So it looks like Voters will be going to check this portal as well, which I think I agree with as well once you're here.
Yeah, once you're here, you just want to get all the stuff in West criteria squared away now, and then you can go back into Green Brent and go wherever the elevator takes you.
I think you go and you check Terminator here, like Voters is doing, and then I would just turn back around.
Yeah, I think BT's a bit too far out of the way, because then you can like get into thinking about East criteria.
So the thing is, if you don't get back to Green Brent here, it's a pretty big issue, because you've only got one remaining Green Bryn portal, and when are you getting back to Green Bryn? Right now, Green Bryn's on the left side criteria and at Meme Route, and the other left side criteria is back of Lore Warfare, so it's not somewhere that you're getting back to till, like, you're doing Lore Warfare. So if you don't do it now, you're putting yourself in a really weird spot, where it's going to be difficult to get back to it, and the time that you want to get back to it is already when you have like an item like Varia. So if Varia is there, like it's just yeah.
Yeah.
It also like not doing Green Bryn leads to a lot of consequences later. Like imagine if you find Croc. You don't know if Green Bryn just has the items that you need and you want to skip that, or if you want to do it kind of like doing Green Bryn just gives you so much good information.
Yeah. And looks like Sloters is actually going to be going to East Criteria, though. So, not heeding your words, Zeb.
Yeah.
We'll see what Kip does after the worth ending. Both runners got the grapple beam at Bomb Teresa after getting the E-Tank and Terminator. So, could be they're just doing East Criteria and then they're going to do
yeah.
they're going to go back to Green Bryn. But
I mean,
I don't know.
I think that this is like this is okay if you're not following these portals actually. But if it's like Red Tower here, you're just gonna follow it, like, and then you're getting farther and farther away from that Green Bryn, unless like you just get to that one remaining Green Bryn portal.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is possible.
But you don't want to bet on it.
Yeah. Oh, and like this is what I was kind of talking about.
There's Croc.
Like, yeah, just doing Green Bryn early gives you so much information for the seed. It gives you so much information for whether you'll find charge, what your ammo is going to look like. Like, it's just like a lot of really, really important information.
Yeah, and of course it can also just have the items that you need. So, yeah, but yeah, like you're saying, even if it doesn't have the items, it can help you out still. And yeah, now here's Upper Norfolk. They're probably just going to do this.
Yeah, I mean, but, like, once you find Business Center, you do Business Center, and there's Red Tower. So they're going to do Business Center. Yep, not doing Business Center. I think the Business Center is, like, my #1 priority when it comes to areas, even higher than Green Bryn. In terms of see Business Center, do Business Center, just instantly.
Yeah, you don't need much to do it all outside of minor items. And it's like
please farm Power Bomb Kip.
He only needs the one.
Yeah, I know. Like,
yeah, he can.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you really want to an X-ray, but you only absolutely need one to not be soft locked. It's just a silly jump off the a silly jump morph, but it's not impossible. There's an E-Tank at Ice for Slaughter, so she's in good shape for Hell runs. No real risk of dying. But I would doubt that she's going to make a play to Bubble Mountain from here.
Yeah. So what I like to do with Upper Norfair is basically split into two. Imagine that Bubble Mountain is one part of Upper Norfair. Nice Iceless Ice Escape there. And then Business Center is the other. And basically, like, do one half of it at a time. Especially without Various Suit. Once you get Various Suit, you can kind of combine them. But without it, I really like trying to avoid that Cathedral Hell run.
Yeah, Cathedral Hell runs, it drains your resources and it's slow. So, yeah, you want to get to it from another portal if you can. There's Gravity.
I'm guessing Kip's going to go back into that. Or nope, never mind. Okay.
Or not. Okay. So Kip's missing Gravity, which is
like we'll see how long. Like in area, you never know how long you're going to be away from an area, but.
Exactly, yeah. Like Kip doesn't have Gravity right now, but Kip could potentially like find speed and go for Frog Speedway, come back, or he could do like bottom of Red Tower and then come back up and do center at that point or something. We just don't know.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell an area when you don't know the full map layout. And okay, so Kip is checking this portal first. I prefer checking the other two portals when you don't have high jump. And then coming back to this one in case you want to follow through this one. But, oh, interesting. So that's one that, it's kind of interesting with Grapple. You could get across to Pre-Aqueduct and save there.
Yeah, you could. Okay. Yeah, yeah, like you're saying, Zeb, you could
Oh my
get...
gosh, it's the
Oh,
West Meridia, bottom of Red Tower.
okay. Light area rando confirmed. But, yeah, like you're saying, Zeb, Kip could go there, but he doesn't have gravity. This will be a lot better for Sloaters when she gets
Yeah,
there.
so, and I think that this will at least lead Kip back to that gravity suit. I don't imagine that we'll see him, like, go up Red Tower here. Maybe we will. Like, I've been kind of surprised by some of the decisions, but, I really think that Kip's just gonna go back into Business Center now.
Yeah, I feel like abandoning Business Center at this point is just saying, I'm never doing Business Center, because...
Yeah, like, when are you getting back? Like,
Yeah.
even abandoning it the first time is almost like, when are you getting back to it? But now you, like, are given an opportunity to do it again.
And he's not doing it.
Yep. Okay. So, I think that Kip is playing for, like, a lot of portal information, but the thing about... You want to be kind of getting the items along the way as well when you're getting portals, so that you don't have to backtrack as much. And, like, you're just, like, missing a bunch of items right now that, like, you could kind of be getting on the way. I don't know. Like, I don't want to criticize too much, but...
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. It's hard to say, but I feel like you've just been given 2 chances to do Business Center, and it's like, it's 2 fairly quick majors. It does have 2 elevators associated with it, so it's not like like they're literally free, but I feel like it's...
I think the Business Center is one of the best areas in the game. Like, it's just, like, one of the most important ones, so...
Yeah, definitely. But okay, so Kip's at top of Red Tower. Has his 2 portals. Sloater's in West Meridia. It looks like she's going to be going for Mama Turtle, then probably Pre-Aqueduct next. I like this. I like how she's routing this, starting with...
Okay, there's another Upper Norfair.
Yeah.
Kip, too. That's another chance to get back to Business Center, potentially, but...
Yeah, E-Tank number 5 for Sloaters.
Yeah, and this is...
on a wrecked ship.
This is another, like... Just not doing, like, these items has left Kip in a spot where if this isn't... I could technically do Dragon, but if this isn't Crater Phantoon, this is really rough. Where, like... That's also kind of, like... I'm gonna be going, like, back to a lot of the same things. Oh, Kip, save! Or did no, he took a save. He took a save.
He took a save in Red Tower.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah.
That's me being silly. But, like, not doing that Green Bryn and Upper Norfair has just left Kip in a spot where it's very at the mercy of the boss here. And, yeah, it's Ridley. Like, I think that there's a good chance if he had done Green Brinstar when he found it, he'd be able to do this Ridley even if area wasn't there. Like, you'd get some more E-Tanks, you get some more ammo, you'd probably be up to, like, 30 supers at that point, and then you're able to kill any boss when you find it instead of just having to reset a Ridley and lose a bunch of time.
Yeah, a lot of area run is just figuring out the time invested, and how worth it is, and, like, Green Brinstar can be a bit of time, but there's just a billion items there. They're all fairly accessible, so they can just all be your suits. It's like, it's not unheard of for those to be both suits in Green Bryn. And
like I keep talking about, but, like, even if it's not your suits, it still gives you so much information.
Exactly.
So many, like, items, like...
Yeah, there's not really a big lose situation for early Green Brinstar. So I'm resetting the screw attack there. I assume she took a save somewhere. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Going back in.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like she just reset to save the health. probably going to be going for
I mean,
somewhere.
I'm not sure. Like, I wasn't paying enough attention. I don't know if she would have been able to get out. I'd assume not if she reset, because Screw Attack is an item that, at this point in the game, I would be one of the items I want the most, almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
If you're going for varioless LN, then you really then like you already get grapple, but Screw just helps so much. Oh no,
yeah.
she missed a D boost, man.
I mean, she could have just grappled across. That's what I would have done, probably. I'm surprised this Voters doesn't know the right side bubble mountain there. Would save a little bit of time to do that instead.
Yeah, it could be that, but also she could just be going for the save room jump for consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Not just wanting to get it without like spending 30 seconds on one jump.
Yeah. Oh no, E-Tanks. So, no E-Tanks in these hell runs makes them significantly slower. Just because, like, you have to spend so much more time farming. Where, if you get an E-Tank, you can just go from one end to the other, kind of. Without farming at all. So this, because that's not an E-Tank, it's just going to slow down Slaughter's upper Norfair a good amount.
Yeah, exactly. And then Green, like we've said it a bunch of times, but Green Brinstar's still just sitting out there, and it's really just not in a good spot to get back to.
Slaughters.
Oh, this could be bad. No.
Okay, she's fine. She's fine.
Yep.
And you want to farm up to about 399 here. You could probably get away with like 350, but or not 399, 499. You could probably get away with 450, but we'll see how long Slaughters decides to farm for. You don't really want to farm to full, because then you're not taking full advantage of an E-Tank there. So you probably should leave about here.
Yeah, around about like low 400 is where you absolutely need to be if you're going to speed. Well, absolutely if you want to have a little bit of leeway.
Yeah, so that you can get the minor.
Yeah. Okay, looks like Kip is going back to Greenbryn here.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Which I think that at this point is kind of the almost, like, this is, like, I think the right play for Kip. Even though, like, yeah, you abandoned it. Yeah, if it's Varia there, probably, like, everyone else has Varia at this point. But it's still, like, so important to get back to it. Like, if it doesn't have Varia, and even, like, if it does, I would feel pretty bad about my routing as Kip right now, because it's just been, like, pretty inefficient.
Yeah.
But,
and, like, even if Varia is in Greenbryn, you still, like, really want to and or need to get Varia, and it's not like in a 1v1 where you can just make a gamble that Varia isn't in Greenbryn.
And, I mean,
if it is, then I lose.
If Greenbryn isn't Varia, you really want to do it still. Like,
yeah.
So if it's Varia, you want to do it. If it's not Varia, you want to do it. It's like, okay, like, oh, you want those power bombs so badly.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. Like,
skipping that's just seems silly. But yeah, like, you can't gamble that, in Kip's perspective, that you can't gamble that Greenbryn doesn't have Varia as much as you can in a 1v1, because this is a qualifier, and
yeah, and if it's like, if Greenbryn's 4 E-Tanks and the 4 items you can get, that's still good. Like, that's still getting you closer to being able to beat the game. Like, also the ammo, like, it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, and also just, 10 power bombs is just super nice to have in general.
Okay, so Slaughters will find this Ridley. It seems like Slaughters probably won't be able to do it as well. We'll have to see what Slaughters might check the miners.
Yeah, Slaughters has their speed. Okay.
So Kip has exactly enough ammo.
Looks like
Oh man,
Slaughter's
I'd be so tempted to check these miners. I'd be really worried about this. Like, you're one super away from being able to kill Ridley. Like,
well, I mean, you're not really because you
yeah,
have
not
these
with
boards.
this, but like, I would be really, really worried as Slaughter's here, like finding this, and I'd like being so close to killing all 4 bosses, but not quite.
Yeah,
And that's just like the worst spot when you're like, do I check this boss? Like Slaughter's has to basically here. Like this spot is just like a little too bad, not to.
oh, there's a super. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
I'm thinking that the reason for Slaughter saving is maybe she goes on the back of wrecked ship if she doesn't. Well,
I mean, you
if,
have to save before the boss.
well, she already had to save above the mountain. That's the point, and then she could go to chronic boost transition next. But she wants to get back of wrecked ship in. Is what I'm thinking.
This is not full on supers. This is not doable, I don't think. Like, this is already pretty tight on 30 supers. On 27,
I don't
she's
know.
gonna give it an attempt. I really don't think this is doable.
Yeah.
Missiles are so much worse. They're like, one super compared
And
to
there,
like,
and she took a hit too. Yeah, I think this is dead.
if she were full on supers, this would be doable.
Agreed.
But
I think she missed enough. Yeah.
yeah, like you need to be like above 200 or something without a reserve when Ridley grabs you. So. High jump's really nice, especially after finding that speed.
Yeah, kept finding good stuff in Brinstar. Looks like Slaughter's probably just getting the super and then going to back direction.
Farming the ghost might be thinking about trying again. If you're trying again, I think you have to go super the door, come back, try to farm that super.
Yeah, I think that's what you do. Is you super and then you miss the Lugadora, of course. Oh, she's gonna give it another attempt.
You really don't want to be like you really want 30 supers.
Yeah, and these
even like it's way more important than the energy is the supers. Even missing one super here is like so much harder. It's
yeah.
I will say this is doable though. So, but you need to be like perfect with it.
Yeah, and not having any good movement items is like just so much harder as well to like get a good fight.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure that. Yeah,
I don't think so. I think the RNG prohibited.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, no, not happening.
If she like, this is why you want a reserve for Ridley too, because with a reserve, you can use all of your energy and then just like pop the reserve at the end and finish the fight.
Yeah, if she had a reserve,
so
it'd be doable.
A reserve is almost equal like 2 E-tanks in the Ridley fight.
Well, the first reserve is. Second reserve.
Yeah,
is.
yeah. Well, obviously, like the second reserve is.
Okay.
I'd still probably grab that super though as voters before leaving. I think that this like supers are just so good.
There's front of East Meridia for Pip, and he's got gravity and speed and bottom ammo, so he can kill this boss, and he knows it's not Ridley.
This is probably best case scenario for Kip because
yeah, he gets
basically like putting off Green Bryn down the way where he has gravity when he gets back to it.
Yeah, he gets rewarded for putting off East Meridia until, well, not finding it until he has gravity.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I love no save here, by the way. People, please do not take the save before checking this item. You can go just... The door takes you right back to...
yeah,
Aqueduct.
It's just like... not good EV.
Yeah. Like... even if you're like, even if you wanted to reset it, it's just better to like go back around anyway. So.
Keep taking off high jump.
And especially in this mode, like there aren't items you want to reset. Like even this reserve helps you get closer to suitless LN. Like it's not.
Yeah. Also, Slaughter's finding Turian at back of right ship and then taking advantage. Oh yeah, that's why she didn't get the item. The spooky,
Oh yeah.
spooky super, so she
That
could
does
play
make
her
sense.
mountain save. So yeah. But yeah, so Slaughter's now knows where Turian is, which is super nice, of course.
And now Slaughters does get this power bomb, so.
Yeah.
I still really want that screw attack as Slaughters here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just so slow to get it.
It is, but it just makes Lore Warfare so much easier if you don't find Barrier Suit. I think we might be seeing Slaughters go back to Green Bryn now, though.
Could be. Could also be she goes to Chronic Boost and uses Nutella refill to refill on the way to and back, and then goes to Green Bryn.
Yeah, you want to check this portal first, but... Oh, and there's the back of East Meridia. So this will take Flowers back to Green Bryn.
Yeah. Yeah, it will, but she doesn't have speed at the moment. But she will be able to like do Green Bryn and then go back.
And then come back, yep.
But, yeah.
And she'll want to come back out the front, I think, anyway. I don't know. Both are pretty bad because once you've done Green Bryn, you don't really want to run back through it. It's a little better with speed, but also nice full halfie from Kip.
Yeah, good stuff. Also knows he doesn't need to farm up for Ridley because Ridley's in wreck ship.
Yep. No need to save. That's pretty good knowledge once you've like found the one boss you can't kill at least, that you don't need to save anymore.
Yeah. Well, he can kill Ridley like now on this equipment, but he couldn't do it then, yeah. But he has what he needs that when he's back in wreck ship he can kill Ridley. That's great. So
speaking of Kraid, that's one of the few portals we have left.
I think it has to be front of LN.
Yeah, I think so. That's disgusting. Yeah. So that means that there's Various required to see, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Unless you find like 12 tanks and like 2 or 3 crystal flashes. But
yeah, you probably need closer to 3.
Yeah, 3. And you would want the screw attack, of course.
Yep.
It's just
and like even then, like I think it's just faster to find Varia.
Yeah.
When it's there. Also ice at Kraid, that's pretty good.
Yeah. It's a nice item. But yeah. I mean, at least I don't even. Does Sloters have all the knowledge that she needs to figure out that Kraid's there? Because
not yet. She doesn't know the top of Green Bryn.
Oh yeah. Once she finds that, does she?
I think she does. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's right.
Yeah, it's so sad that like the way the map works out is just so bad for doing Lore Warfare without Various Suit, which is normally one of the better parts of this mode. But sometimes it's just not possible, like in the Seed.
Simo it might be. It can't be in Wrecked Ship, D-Web, because we know the 2 bosses that are available without Varia, and neither of them are Fantoon. But it could be
Trade Closet. It can't be.
It could be Croc. That's right. Could be Croc.
Yeah, Croc. We haven't checked Croc. Jeez. If it's just Croc, that's...
Yeah, there's gonna be like 2 people who do Croc the frame they find it, and they're just gonna win.
I mean, I would generally do Croc when I find it. Like, I think that it'll be more like I would feel really bad. If
but you
said Croc and I didn't do it.
But you would be doing Green Brent when you Terminator. So yeah, that's just like how this mode works. There's just so many opportunities for like massive divergence, and then you just do stuff in a different order. Kip might be checking Shack Tool.
Yeah, maybe? I think that's what this is.
Yeah, I don't think you do this just looking for the miner, or maybe
you're going for the portal. Never mind.
Or maybe he does.
I mean, he already got the majors, so...
Yeah, well, except for Shaq. Yeah, in left sand pit.
Yeah. This will not work out for Kip. It'll be really bad, because it'll lead Kip into Upper Norfair, which he'll do.
Yeah.
And then, like, it's just pulling him farther and farther away from that, area. Oh, yeah, going the wrong way.
Are we just assuming that's a Croc, Zeb?
No, it's either Croc or Shack Tool at this point. I think.
Yeah.
I think that we've seen everything else. So
I think you're right. I think we have, because we saw Waterway because of speed. Yeah, we've seen everything that isn't Shack or Croc for Varia.
I mean, there's like, just putting numbers on it, like 2 out of 3 items are Croc, so
yeah,
odds are probably a little better as that Croc, but
yeah, and Shack is slow. So
I mean, Croc's kind of slow too. But...
yeah, Croc ain't great, but
I mean, like I actually really like Croc in Major Minor Area Boss. I think the Croc is pretty good getting 2 items there. Especially because if you get the 1 item you need at the first time, you can just leave. But...
yeah, like doing Croc E-Tank and then leaving immediately after is a viable play. But yeah, you can always just get owned by Grapple.
So at this, like, I was thinking that Kip was ahead, but now because Kip had less information, I'm not as sure. I think the Slaughters might be ahead now.
Yeah.
Depending on, like, I think the Slaughters is going to do East Meridia.
Yeah, I think that's the logical next play. But then, like, how do you get back to Croc? And do you do Shack Tool when you're in East Meridia?
Yeah, those are, like, the things that, like, how quickly, who, like, I mean, this whole race is going to be decided by who gets to... Yeah. Slaughters, I think this makes sense from actually not picking up that E-Tank. Because at this point, you know you need that Varia suit. I'd probably still pick up the... that's 8. Yeah, 7's fine. Like, you've... Oh no!
Yeah.
With speed and high jump, you're a little less... And plasma, you're a little less worried about... taking a bunch of damage in Lower Norfair. But you do know that you have to reverse Acid Dive, regardless, so you do kind of want a good amount of energy. Oh, interesting spark.
But yeah.
I will say, Kip is much closer on ammo, so that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, he does have a lot more missiles than Slaughters. Obviously, if Charge shows up, then ammo goes out the window for the most part, but we don't know, and we don't know if that's going to happen, and there's not that many. There's like 2 checks in Kraid. Well, there's Kraid E-Tank, and then there's check behind Kraid Boss if that's Dragon. And then realistically, there's Fire Fleas and LN, because I don't think people would go to... I don't think Screw is a good decision in this situation, unless you are playing for Charge, but that's... I don't know. I don't like it. I think ammo's easier to make viable. And then if you go to Croc, then you can find it. But then there's also like Plasma as a location that could be like that could
yeah, you're just like
there.
With what we know right now, odds are really good that Charge is in a horrible location because most of the locations left are really bad.
Yeah, and like we've got like wrecked ship as
Yep,
a
all of wreck
possibility.
ship is really
Yeah.
bad. Plasma's really bad. Like, whichever one of Croc or Shack Tool that isn't Varia is pretty bad if you, like, find Varia first.
Yep. Yeah, like the only realistically good things are Fireflea's Space Jump, Crate E-Tank. That's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even like GT is pretty bad. Like, because you don't want to be checking that kind of stuff. Like, it's just... Yeah.
Oh yeah, behind Ridley's fine, but still, it's like... That's like 4 checks versus the 3 bajillion others that are just trash to get to.
Yeah, I think for Kip here, you have to do the wreck ship. But I think that you can actually, what I might do... So, I think that Kip... Does Kip know all of the portals except for front of LN, back of wreck ship?
Does Kip know back of East Meridia?
Yes, because that's how Kip got here.
Okay. In that case... Yeah, I think the only things he doesn't know is back of wreck ship and front of LN.
So what I think that you do here, if you're Kip, is you go to wreck ship, but you take a save, like, at Bubble Mountain. And you don't do the boss, you just run straight to the back. And hope that Kraid is there. And then if Kraid is there, then after Kraid you do the boss. And if not, then you reset back to Bubble Mountain.
Yeah, and you can get, like, an energy refill for Ridley from Kraid.
Yep.
In that scenario. So it's not super bad. Also, Slaughter's coming up on the decision point for Shack Tool at this point. Is Slaughter's betting on charge here? Because that was a super...
It feels like it, yeah.
Yeah, this could be bad for Slaughter's. I don't quite like it.
Okay, so Slaughter's is checking Shack Tool.
Okay. Ready for epic charge at Shack? Oh yeah, I forgot. And yeah, I forgot that Kip didn't know pre-aqueduct until just now.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, this health is worrying for Kip, but he's about to find an E-Tank, so he'll be fine. But he doesn't know that, of course. Nice. Yeah, so if you're Kip, what do you do? I guess like
I think that you still like do.
Yeah, like you can go. You can
you could go back to Croc instead. I think that that's another decision you could make. And just an E-Tank, so yeah, it has to be a Croc.
It's a Croc, yep.
We're not missing something, are we?
I don't think we are. Yeah, this result, like, this is a really wild qualifier seed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I'm not racing it, but
I mean, I wish I was, because I think that...
yeah. Well, I don't know. I enjoy sitting back and watching other people make hard decisions, and yeah.
Like, this isn't, like, one that I think would be a great qualifier in terms of, like, interesting decisions, but it's one that I think I would have played in a way that would have been really good for me, so.
Fair enough. Yeah, it looks like Kip's doing the go through wreck shit play.
Yeah.
Could also be
I'm
checked.
really hoping that he knows not to kill Ridley, kind of. Like,
Yeah.
he did take his. Where did he take the save?
I don't know. Could be top of. I think it was top of Red Tower. But
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing that could possibly benefit Kip prior to a Kraid being here would be
he is.
He is. He's gonna take a save. He's probably gonna try to kill Ridley. Like he'll be fine doing the Ridley.
Yeah, this is like an easy Ridley kill.
But there's just no good benefit to killing Ridley unless charge is here. What? Okay.
Did he not take a save? Maybe that.
Maybe.
Why he took
Yeah.
that
Maybe
save.
Yeah. I'll just presume he forgot to take a save prior and just taking a save now so that he doesn't get owned if Turian's at back. Okay. Then I'm just dumb and I forgot that Kip didn't save.
Spoilers was a little sketchy there, but it's fine.
It's fine. But yeah, it looks like Slaughter's gonna head over to Croc, get her Varia, move on with life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at this point, Spoilers is definitely it. Well, I say that Spoilers is ahead. Spoilers' ammo was really bad.
If charge shows up, Slaughter's is 100% ahead. If it doesn't,
Yes.
assuming it doesn't, though, I don't know. Will her lead be enough to get her to the ammo point that she needs to be, or like do enough awful checks to find charge? Don't know. Yeah, kept finding Turian there. Sad for him, but that's just how it is.
There's no real... is there a benefit to... I guess there's a benefit to killing Ridley if it's charged behind Ridley.
Yeah, if it's charged. I don't know.
Kip doesn't even need charge.
Like, Kip...
I don't think there's any benefit to doing this right now.
Maybe it's so that he can get his supers out of the system, and then after that, he can fill up on supers for like other stuff and not have to worry about Ridley. But like at the same time, I guess
there's not much reason not to do it here.
Yeah.
But if you weren't doing it here, you could probably skip the item behind Ridley. I don't know, like it doesn't really matter that much. Like, this isn't that big of a deal, honestly. Like, because you're already in the wreck ship, it almost doesn't matter. So.
Oh, and there's space jump. Okay.
Okay, that's probably the best item that could have been there.
Yeah, for Kip, I definitely agree with that for sure. Yeah, and like that wasn't the worst decision in the world. So. Yeah, definitely not like objectively wrong by Kip.
Yeah, for sure.
Just not fantastic even.
I guess it's fine. Like it doesn't really matter that much whether you do it. And there is that Varia suit. So.
Yep, there's the Varia. Yeah, that is true. DJ Webb. Kip could just be like doing something so he could figure out what he's doing next, or figure out his route or something.
Yep, the classic. I don't know what to do, so to buy time to think, I'll do Ridley without Varia.
Yep, the classic.
A good place to think.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Slaughter's is just in boss rush, but I need ammo mode.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like she's going for charge, so we'll see.
I kind of feel like Kip, like, I think Kip might be ahead on average here. Oh, and Kip, never mind.
Oh.
I was assuming Kip was doing Croc right there.
Yeah. Yeah, if Kip maybe he does the ship refill and like does maybe he's taking the save in case
so
Croc isn't.
Yeah.
Yep. We're thinking the same thing. Kirby fan in this mode, suit restrictions are on so that Gauntlet
and I can't believe that Slaughters isn't doing Gauntlet here.
Yeah.
Given how much she's committing to charge, like.
And Kip is doing Gauntlet. The heck? Wait, why? Real question. Why is Kip doing Gauntlet? Is he like looking for an E-Tank for LN?
I don't know. Like what? You know the map at this point. You know that Parade is at the front of Voron Warfare.
Yeah, he knows.
Is Kip planning on just going?
Could be. That could be what happens, but
God, this is terrible. Like if you've never done reverse amphitheater without Variasuit, you need a Crystal Flash before, or an E-Tank and Fire Fleece. Get through it, and then immediately Crystal Flash after.
Okay, well there's that E-Tank and Fire Fleece. So
okay, so if if Kip is doing this, you want to keep that E-Tank. You want to keep that available.
Or you could just do it like the first thing. Like do reverse amphitheater the first thing, which like wouldn't be the worst thing in the world since he has that ship save.
You know what? Yeah, that's kind of interesting. You might want to do that.
What? He's going to Green Brick?
I mean, no, he's...
Oh, he's farming. Yeah, makes sense. Never mind.
And we're being reasonably critical, but Area Rando is really, really, really hard.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of really
we're just
difficult decisions.
Yeah. We're nitpicking all this like micro stuff, but this is hard.
Some of this stuff isn't nitpicking. I think some of this stuff is pretty big, but it's still really hard. Like
and these players are like they're playing a hard game. Like pretty much it's a hard game to play well.
Like just all the decisions are really difficult. So. And yeah, I think I agree with you. I think that just doing reverse amphitheater instantly is the play here.
Yeah, if Kip can like think of that, which I'm assuming he will, then I think he has the equipment to do it. He just has to execute.
Let's see what he decides.
All right, he's
not angled down. Yep. Okay. Nice.
Okay.
Yep, this is good. This is good. This is a really good heads-up play. Oh. Took a little dip, but yeah, it should be fine.
Yeah, he should be fine. He's good.
Oh no!
He might be dead. I think he's dead. I think he. Yeah.
Yep.
Man, that sucks.
I mean, he can do this. That really sucks.
Man, that sucks. But yeah, now Kip knows what he needs to do. Like he knows he can do that.
Yeah.
He just has to not drop spin. Man, I feel bad.
I still think that Kip is probably ahead of Slaughters if he can manage to like do this. Like of course with the caveat of if Slaughters finds charge at her next check, Slaughters is way ahead.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like Slaughters just needs charge to show up at this point. If it doesn't, then Kip's in a good spot, assuming he can make this LN stuff work.
Yeah.
Which, like, I have confidence in Kip. Like, he has the execution for it. He has the equipment. He just has to make it happen. But
yeah, like it's not that hard. It's just one mistake kills you. That's the thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
And like, yeah.
It's like RBO. You just can't take a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Slaughter's getting the reverse acid dive with Varia. Still draining a fair bit of her health. Nice, Kip gets through.
Yep, and you just need to be able to get out of there and be able to CF. Oh, don't go this way!
Yeah, if you're going to...
Oh, no!
Oh, if he Crystal Flashes in this room, he's just going to get annihilated.
Okay, I think... Okay, it's fine,
yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah. With Space and Screw, this is like...
Okay,
okay,
but that's risky.
Yeah. Yeah, Mickey Mouse is just way safer. He's gonna get the CF off, though. Nice.
Yep. And yep, now it's all gonna come down to...
Yeah.
Where's Charge?
Yeah,
Is
exactly.
it in a Kraid closet? Is it behind the Kraid boss? Which...
Is it in...
Oh wait, no. Yeah. Is it behind Dragon? Like...
Yeah. Is it in trash location number 73?
Yeah.
Who knows? In fairness, DJ Web, I think Kip had a couple fewer E-tanks when you first talked about it, but yeah, 10 E-tanks is around about where you want to be. Slaughter's favorite item.
Spring Ball. Sick. That does save a power bomb in Lore and Orpher for Kip.
Yeah, Kip definitely wants to pick that up, especially since he doesn't get to have the morph bombs that he found at Gauntlet and then died. Yeah, and Slaughter's not checking this. This very much suggests a... Slaughter's is checking. Slaughter's is playing for Charge here.
I wonder if Kip is just satisfied with this ammo. Like, this ammo's good enough, I'd probably look for one more missile on this ammo myself.
Yeah, this is like 50-60? Yeah, I think...
Yep,
yeah.
50-60.
Yeah, I think doing like on-screen checks like Kraid Missile isn't bad.
Yeah,
and, like,
I like to have 3 Supers of leeway. This is only 1 plus 2 missiles, so it's... I don't know, like... Yeah, it's not... It's just like kind of a personal preference thing too.
Yeah.
How safe you want to be, so...
Yeah, exactly.
That's not like a criticism.
Yeah, exactly. If Kip is comfy with this, then like it's fine to not check stuff. And in fact, it is better because it is faster to not check stuff. But yeah. Slaughter's trying to get a spike state. I wonder where she'll use it. I find it funny that people in Rando... Oh, there's
my
God!
God!
Oh my... Oh, wow. What? That's insane.
That makes me sad, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, man, like
Slaughter's just gonna get...
I don't like seeing that rewarded. Slaughter's that's done, but... Oh man, I would consider taking the energy refill here for Slaughters.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad play for Slaughters, but too late. But yeah. Yeah, it kind of sucks that Charge was just there, so all the ammo hunting Kip did was for naught. But yeah. Yeah, and also you have to do the gravity jump, which doesn't use all that much health, because you have both suits. Okay, true. Yeah, he did need all these power bombs and crystal flashes, so it's not for literally nothing, but it's for a lot less than it was going to be. Yeah, the seed plays a lot different if you do Croc early.
Yeah.
Very interesting. and also if you do Green Brent early.
Yep. This is almost like a
new route.
Old route? Yeah. Old route, I think. Without space jump. Oh my god.
Oh. Yeah, Sloters can take a hit from these guys, but it does deal 50 damage, so she'd be at like 5 health, and she also.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Just oh no! No missiles! Not enough missiles!
No missiles. No missiles. Oh gosh. This is terrifying. This is like surprise new route.
At least you have charged plasma, like you.
Yeah, this amphitheater is terrifying though.
Yeah.
And surely Sloters takes fire. Oh my god, that terrified me. But yeah, surely Sloters takes fire fleet tank here. Like you have to here, right?
Did she not take it before?
I'm pretty sure she's
okay. She's above 1 hit.
Yeah.
And there's the
there's a
missile.
CF. Five is greater than 0. Oh yeah, Sloters killed.
Yeah, Sloters doesn't.
Yeah, Sloters doesn't need it. She's fine. She can just kill the pianos and be fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for Kip, this should be pretty easy. Lord Warfare from here as well. Has 2 crystal flashes available. It's just Fantoon at the boss. Got screw attack, high jump speed, plasma, like everything basically.
Yeah, so Sloters is on the way to Rex Ship, and then Turian here. It's gonna have to Crystal Flash fairly soon.
Mm-hmm.
Should be fine though.
Yeah, you can probably wait until after Pirates.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to do it. I guess you can make it one more room. Just sketchy. Okay. You can make it to the boss, I guess?
Yeah, with reserve. Oh.
No,
man.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
Flew too close to the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, with that, Kip will take the forfeit. I think. Yeah, Kip takes the forfeit here. Man. GG, Kip. Well played. Yeah. It's really excellent race from you. So, yeah, GG's. But yeah, glad to see the
really unfortunate.
reverse amphitheater. You want to get Kip in for an interview?
Should we get him in now, or should we wait?
I mean, at this point, we're only talking over Sloters as Turian, so.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting him in a little early.
All right, sure, Kip, if you'd like to join us, feel free.
Is the invite sent out?
Should be. I think it gets sent out with a forfeit.
Is that Kip saying that he doesn't have an
Yeah,
invite yet?
I DM'd it. I DM'd him one.
Okay, cool. And we are joined by Kip.
Welcome, GG's.
Yeah,
Hey.
GG. Unfortunate end, but
Yeah, I mean it was, but actually I got to admit I really had a lot of fun with this seed. I thought it was really cool. And you know, the end I should have been able to finish, and honestly I should have just played it a little bit more carefully, but you know, I just wasn't really thinking about it. And, but either way, it's still a good lesson. Next time I'll be way more careful.
yeah. I mean, like generally with the suitless LN, you just want to be more careful rather than trying to like save the frames. But
exactly, yeah. I mean, if you think about it, I basically did the exact opposite of what I always talk about doing. So I got punished, and deservedly so.
I apologize if you watch this back. We were somewhat critical of a lot of decisions, but
oh, that's okay.
Yeah, not just you. Promise.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the biggest decision we were curious about to hear your viewpoint was what were your thoughts about putting off Business Center for so long, since you had like the chance to do it when you first found it, and then you had another shot when you were going back up Red Tower after finding all the West Meridia portals at bottom of Red Tower.
Yeah, well, you know, for these seeds, and unfortunately, it's kind of ironic because this seed ended up, in some ways, relative to the decisions that I made, I kind of got about as harshly punished as I possibly could have for the decisions. Like, basically, to go big picture, every decision that you make in one of these area seeds, there's like a way that it can work out like really well for you. There's a way where it can kind of be neutral. And then there's sometimes where you get in situations where a few of the decisions you make, if the map layout ends up being a certain way, can be really, really bad. And anytime that you have Kraid's Lair at the other end of Lower Norfair and a potential variolous seed, that this is like the worst case scenario for earlier decisions. In other words, like theoretically, if I'd have known earlier that the map layout was going to look like that, I would have played it obviously differently. But the flip side of that too is I try to play qualifiers differently than I would one-on-one because you're not racing one person, right? You're sort of racing the field. And so I felt really confident that I could basically pull off this seed without Varia as long as basically the map didn't look the way it ended up looking. So once I kind of got put in that situation, I was like, okay, well, if you look at what the field is doing, I'm going to assume at least half the field found Varia somewhere, right? And so the time that they invested to get that, I'm just going to try to counterbalance it by seeing if I can pull this off. If I can, I'm still going to lose, against a lot of players, but maybe it won't be quite as bad. But then also, too, the fact that we get a mulligan, essentially, I was like, well, I might as well just play it aggressively. So anyway, to get back to your original question, part of the reason that I did it that way was because I wanted to gather like as much information as I could before I started like checking off boxes for items. And it kind of, if you think about it, if Varia had been in a different place, the way that I played that actually would have been actually really strong. Because by the time that I got back to Gravity and could do green Brinstar, other people wouldn't have been able to do East Meridia by the time they got there, but I could. So it's funny because when I got there and I saw Aqueduct, I was like, heck yeah, this worked out really well for me.
Yeah, I was talking about that. Like, I thought that was the best portal that could have been there for you.
Exactly.
I definitely hugely rewarded your route, and it was really good. Items showed up. You got to do it a bit more efficiently than others might have. So yeah,
for sure. But I mean, like I said before, I say this after just about every seed. Like, even if I'm trying to play a specific way, it doesn't mean that the decisions that I made like would have worked out the best anyway. It just kind of depends. But once I kind of got in a tough situation, I was just like, I'll just play this aggressively, and if I have to forfeit this one, that's okay. I'll need to be a little more careful, in the next 3 qualifiers, but I'm not super duper concerned. I'm not really worried. This is just me personally. I'm not really worried about my seed. Like, I just want to make the tournament, get the top 32. So after that, I've always had the attitude it's just like you play who you play and you just deal with it.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, like a part of how qualifiers seeding like this is going to be is like like the seeds for even the whole tournament might not be exactly how you would rank them based on like if you're manually seeding a tournament like this. So getting the 1 seed might not be objectively better than like the 2, 3, 4 seed and so on and so forth. So you just gotta play the best you can and try to like get at least a decent seed.
You're right, and the extra wrinkle of the first round being a best of 1, which I'm fine with, but at the same time that puts in a little more variance on the front end. Let's just put it this way: obviously, I can win or lose against anybody. Like, there's not a single person I feel like I'm guaranteed to win against or guaranteed to lose. But given that the first round is best of 1. There might be some people near the top that probably hope that I don't get like a really low seed. So
yeah.
So
I mean,
we'll
like,
see how it goes.
I think that's part of the reason why like I'm a little more concerned about the seed than otherwise. If it were best of 3, I'd be a little less concerned, but I really want to have a round 1 that I'm very confident in. Kind of.
No, I'm
like,
with you. Yeah.
Yeah, I also agree. Like, if you can get a round 1 matchup that you're fairly confident in, then that's like a really good bonus. And of course, the reason why we had the round 1 be best of 1 is just because of the time constraints on the tournament. We have to get it done by a specific date and all that stuff. And
hey, listen, Megan, you're not going to hear me complain about it. First of all, honestly, I think this is a really well set up tournament. Anyway, I really think it's interesting how you guys made a decision to go with the I think speedrun progression setting, which I'd like to point out. I hope that I contributed to everybody re-examining some of those a little bit on the front end. But yeah, so I like the setup, and you're not going to hear me complain because I've organized a bunch of these, and trust me, it's usually a thankless job.
But yeah, thank you very much, Kip. But yeah, we just thought it was worth taking taking a second look at the progression speed settings that have been used a lot. Just gotta give the old stuff a bit of shoe polish sometimes. And
yes,
I will say the way Dash deals with like I guess it's equivalent of progression speed. I do really like how Dash has been doing that side of stuff, and I look forward to seeing what y'all put out in the future.
Yeah, well, we call ours verified fill, which is essentially kind of what the speedrun thing is. It's just the way we get there is slightly different. We could talk on and on for a long time about all this stuff. There are things about the progression speeds on the various site that there are some situations, some of those seed speeds can put you in that I think are pretty interesting and unique. But then I think we can all agree there are other situations that we don't really prefer.
Yeah.
And some of the seed reading can get wonky. Hold on, Sam. But so basically, the way we do it is it just randomly puts everything in there, and then it tries to verify whether it can be completed or not. So it's like actually completely random.
Yeah. I think the speed run's basically the same.
Yeah, that's pretty much identical to speedrun.
Yeah, so anyway, but yeah, we've got the Dash SGLIVE in-person tournament that'll be coming up, and it's going to look a lot closer to this. I think what we're going to try to do is we're implementing area. We're actually going to release it here probably in a few weeks. I'm about to test some seeds,
Nice.
But we're going to do I think full countdown with full area and like something relatively basic, but we're trying to put options on our site. So I think what we might do is do the entire tournament like full countdown, full area, ball shuffle, but like add in double jump. So like double jump exists in there, but that's it, and basically everything else is the same. So
yeah, I think that makes sense.
Some stuff out.
I think the pseudo suits might be a little too strong.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna put those in this particular tournament. But anyway, I do want to wish a GG to Slutters. It was nice to be on a restream with her. We've raced each other a bunch. Luckily for me, this one does not officially count on the record. But no, thank y'all for doing the comms. I appreciate being on the restream, and I'll be back for tonight's qualifier, and obviously at least one tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, that one will be at 6 p.m. Eastern for those who don't know. And yeah, Slutters finishing in first place on the restream, 8th place out of 17 overall in the qualifier with a 1:08.34 race time. We'll see if we can get her in for an interview.
Listen, Slutters and I were 8th and forfeited, but you got to admit, I think we had a pretty entertaining stream.
Oh, yeah. This was a very, very fun race to commentate. I will say I had a good time.
Nice, guys. Well, hey, thank y'all, and I will see y'all this evening.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kip. See you around. But yeah, like was said, we'll see if we can get Slutters in for an interview.
Mm-hmm.